Okay, hello. Welcome everyone. My name is Melissa. I am I am half of the reason that this class is happening. The other half is Danny, and you're going to get to see her in a few minutes here. But y'all are here and you all have received our special skincare package. We're going to be talking tonight about what we think are the best tools to help reduce the signs of aging on your skin. We're calling it nature's Botox. And we're going to talk a little bit about actual Botox tonight. But we feel like harnessing the power of nature to get some of the same results is possible. And so we want to show you what some of those things are. And we've got kind of some tried and true pictures and things we want to share with you tonight. So before I get ahead of myself, let me tell you a little bit about myself, because half of you don't know me and half of you don't know Danny. We both invited to this event today. So I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, have been for 8 years. I'm an essential oil educator. I have 3 children who are with their daddy right now, trying to figure out bedtime. I love wellness and all things wellness, although that hasn't always been my story. I didn't grow up in a natural health world. So a lot of this is brand new to me, but I have been living a natural lifestyle for almost 15 years now. And my background from chiropractic really brought me into this. And I've really learned how the body is designed and how to sustain health and wellness. I met Danny when I got into doTERRA. She is incredible, you guys. I can't believe I get the honor of teaching with her. She's not actually part of my team. She's kind of like a cross-line team friend of mine, but she has her own doTERRA team that she works with. But Danny entered into doTERRA when she was figuring out her journey with endometriosis. And I know that's a story for so many women, maybe you or others that you know, and a lot of digestive distress. And so when she had complete recovery from that, it ended up having 2 beautiful baby girls. I think it just kind of, what my picture of what happened is just kind of lit a fire under her, that she really had the power within her to heal and really wanted to empower other women to find their own healing. And so she has so much knowledge in the world of hormones and natural health there, but she's also really into skincare and gua sha, which she's going to be teaching you that tonight. That's where I've learned all of mine from. So anyway, I'm so thrilled that we get to partner on this together, because I think we get to kind of marry the best of both worlds. I feel like I brought the serum and the frownies to the table, and she brought the gua sha stone and all the lymphatic support to the table. And so I think we make a pretty happy couple for this class. And so we're excited to be able to bring that to you. So the reason all of this matters, I'm going to be honest, when I first started entering into this conversation a few months ago, I was really hesitant to start sharing some of this stuff on social media, because I didn't want people to think that I was obsessed with how I looked. I don't know. You're always, you have so many things that go through your mind when you're sharing publicly about things, right? I know that beauty comes from within, all those things, yes, but unfortunately and fortunately, I look at my face every single day, as do all of you, and I think women deserve to feel good in their skin as well. And so that's part of it, but really the underlying reason of why we should want our skin to look great is because our skin is our largest organ. And if you didn't know that, I wanted you to hear that tonight, because we always are hearing so much as women about how we should be taking care of our heart and our kidneys and our colon and liver, all of these things, but how often, our brain, right? But how often do we hear about our skin as being an organ too? And so what you may not know, yet maybe this isn't new for you, is our skin is just a representation of what's going on the inside. So if you've got eczema and psoriasis or overwhelming acne or lots of things like that, what we're going to teach you tonight is going to help you hands down for sure. But I would be remiss not to suggest that you consider dealing with the inside of your body, your digestive tract. And that's why I think Danny brings such a cool element to this, because that was such a huge part of her healing story, is dealing with that. And then it just shows on the skin once that gets healed up. So our skin is our largest organ. We can't ignore it. So this is more just about feeling pretty. It's about healing the inside. So most of you know this story, at least half of you do. The other half, I'm just going to introduce it to you, because this class kind of came about from my life experience over the last 7 months, 8 months, maybe now. And in August of 2022, my kids started school. On their first day of school, we have this tradition where we go outside and we take pictures of all the kids. And I actually only had one picture from that day of myself, you know, of course, because you see all those like reels about how your husband like never takes any pictures of you. Yeah. Okay. That's my life. So there was no pictures of me except for the one selfie that I turned my phone around and took of me. And that's this picture that you're looking at on the bottom left here. And you take the picture and then you hit the camera or whatever, and you look at it. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, I feel like I look old for the first time. It was like one of the first times I'd taken a picture and actually had that thought go through my mind. I look old. I mean, you're always like pick at imperfections on your face, but I just thought that felt different. So anyway, didn't think a whole lot of it, moved on, went out to Salt Lake City in October. doTERRA released a whole new product line called MetaPower. And really the design of that is to support metabolic health, a lot of things like your energy levels. And we'll talk a little bit about the collagen specifically tonight, but I didn't start this line thinking I'm going to make myself look less old. Honestly, there was no correlation. I was in my mind, I had not thought 1 second about my August 2022 picture. When I started the metabolic line, I was just starting because it was very intriguing to me and I wanted to see better energy, more sustained cognitive function and things like that. So started on that product in October. In November, I taught a retreat for a part of my team. And for a fun DIY, we just made a serum for the face. Now I had made this serum with my team back in January of that year, but had not used it. Then made it again in July with some of my team and didn't use it. And then finally in November, when I kept hearing all of my team saying, we love your serum, it's so amazing. Honestly, there was a little piece of me that thought, I mean, I know it's great, but I just worry with the oil, like the carrier oil base, that putting something like that on my skin is going to block my pores. Like, I just didn't think it was going to be a good fit for me. But finally in November, I was like, I've heard too many good stories about this. It's my recipe. Why the heck haven't I made it for myself and actually started using it? So that's the beginning. The serum that you have in your kit, that was what I made in November and started using it. Well, it first started just at night, but I fell in love with it so quickly. I started using it twice a day, even when I would wake up in the morning and before I went to bed. And it never left my face feeling greasy. I didn't realize that anything was changing necessarily. So anyway, life happens in November, December. You all know January, I'd kind of fallen off track with the collagen, I'll be honest, but the serum I was staying pretty consistent with. In February, our team did a challenge, a metabolic health challenge, and I got like way back on track. And I have not missed really more than 1 or 2 days of the collagen since. In March, I pulled out this box of facial patches that I had in my drawer for way longer than I want to admit. And I thought, I'm just going to try the facial patches again, because I was really starting to focus on my skin again. And one day in March, about 2 weeks after I started the facial patches, I woke up and I thought, my makeup is applying different than it ever has. Like, is there any chance that something has changed? It feels different. And that's when I took that second picture. And so some of you got the invitation for this class and you saw that first picture up next to the second, because even after I took that second picture, I was like, I wonder how much has changed. And it wasn't until I snapped those two next to each other and I went, I think I have a story here. I think something has happened. And so in there, I added in some tightening serum and some other skincare that we're going to talk about tonight. But that was only a couple weeks of using Frownies. I wanted you to see kind of the timeline. So a little inconsistent collagen, on track for about a month solid, adding in the facial patches and the serum all throughout that time. And those are the changes that I've seen. So that's really what birthed this class, was those changes. And I started sharing that with you guys and you were all so kind and gracious and were like, tell me more. So that's kind of where this has come from. So we want to break down all of these pieces, explain to you why we think they have really made the difference in my skin. I think the biggest things you're going to notice in those pictures, I know it's a little harder to see on the screen here, but when you see them like full screen, the texture of my skin has changed so much. Like, I feel like I have baby skin a little bit. And you notice these lines that have been was so strong, those 11s, and even the expression lines on the top have changed so much. And anyway, I think my skin is brighter too. Katie's on this call. She's like, your skin is so much brighter. And yeah, the more people that kept telling me that, I was like, you're right. I do see it now. So anyway, let's talk about the reason why some of us don't consider natural. Is anybody else like over the age of 35? I feel like 35 is when things like really start changing. And so I have friends that are like 32, 34. They don't understand this conversation. I'm like, 35, friend, this is where it happens. And so you start seeing some peers and friends getting Botox. And there's no shame here. If you've already had some Botox, no worries. If you love Botox, cool. Like, power to you. I just saw other people getting Botox and thought, I'm not sure that that's going to be my path. Number one, I hate needles. Number two, needles in my head. I can't get around it. So I started doing some research on Botox and found out there's actually a black box warning on Botox. And it's because the FDA required that about a decade ago, because the toxin that they inject for Botox actually has been found to spread to areas that they don't necessarily want it spreading. And so 1 in 6 people actually suffer complications from that Botox spreading. I didn't realize this to the extent that it was until I started posting about this on social media. And some people were saying, I'm so glad you're bringing up this conversation because I see other people around me getting Botox and I feel so tempted. And then other people were saying, I'm so glad you're bringing up this conversation because I have friends that have gotten Botox and they're actually like, one person told me that her friend has a smile that sags now because of Botox. And another one said that her eye is like not quite the same. So that's scary stuff. So what if, here's what we're proposing to you tonight. What if we could avoid the concerns that come along with Botox and still get similar, if not the same results with what nature provides? What do y'all think? You're like, yes, Melissa, that's why we're here. Get to it, right? Okay. So here's the first piece of it, and that is collagen. I'm supposed to still go, Danny, right? Please stop me when you're like, this is my stuff. Okay. I'm so used to just like going for it. So collagen is so important. Collagen is the source of basically, here, let me just read it before I just stumble all over my words. I kind of wrote down some notes on collagen. Because this maybe is a new conversation for you, maybe it's not. But if you don't know, collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. So it's found in our muscles, in our bones, in our skin, in our blood vessels, and our digestive system even, and our tendons require collagen. And so the benefits are so amazing. It's what keeps your skin strong. It's what keeps your skin elastic, and actually helps replace dead skin cells. Did I set that on my microphone? Is that better, Christy? Okay. Thank you for saying that. She's like, you're my fault. So when it comes to our joints and our tendons, it's like the glue that keeps them together. So here's 7 really commonly understood benefits of regular collagen intake. Improved skin and hair. That's what we're here. That's what we're talking about, right? Reduces joint pains, degeneration. My dad started taking this collagen and actually is like starting to run again. He's almost 64. That's pretty incredible. Actually, he's going to be 60. Is he going to be 65? Anyway, cool stuff. Boosts your metabolism, muscle mass, your energy output. It strengthens your nails, hair, and teeth. It improves your liver health, protects your cardiovascular health. But here's the problem. As we age, maybe it's 35, we start to lose collagen. And so it really requires us to get it from food sources or supplementation. And so that's why a lot of people are interested in collagen. That's why it's become a really hot topic. And so doTERRA definitely didn't enter into the collagen scene because we want to like compete with the top collagen companies, but we realize how important it is as a foundation for health based on all the things that I just listed. But doTERRA said, if we're going to get into collagen, then we're going to do it like another level better than what you could just get on the market, because we're kind of into the science. If you are familiar with doTERRA, then you don't know we're a pretty science-based company. And so let me give you some of the ingredients. Actually, I listed them all here for you that doTERRA has put in their collagen. Liposomal vitamin C, resveratrol, that's some of the benefits you get from red wine, sea buckthorn, rose apple extract, the MetaPower essential oil blend, NMN, go do some research on that, nicotinamide mononucleotide, something along those lines, basically the precursor to NAD and NADH, which is required for ATP. Look at all these abbreviations, like as if I understand the science, but I know that those are all precursors to energy production in the body. And so doTERRA knows that, other scientists and chemists know that. And so that's a part of our collagen, as well as biotin and hyaluronic acid, which are 2 things that are really, really important for healthy skin and nails, if you're not familiar with those words. Also, doTERRA sources their collagen from marine fish out of cold water source out of Italy, which is awesome because most collagen on the market isn't from freshwater fish. It's from cows or chickens, or if you didn't know that, it can even come from pork. So it's really important you know where your collagen is sourced from. And then ours is heavy metal tested, which is important if it's coming from fish, of course, right? And doTERRA's also includes 9 types of collagen. So those are just things to consider as you're thinking about introducing collagen into your routine. Danny's going to talk about how important collagen is, specifically in the realms of getting rid of wrinkles. We're going to talk about gua sha and how that helps break that up. But we want to introduce more collagen into the body to fill in those gaps once we clear things out. Okay. So this is the collagen that Danny and I are taking. How long have you been taking yours, Danny? Since October? Have you been on it consistently since then?
I was doing like a GI protocol. So I just started back like maybe 2 weeks ago, and I have been sleeping so great.
I do notice that I sleep better too. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know that I could say I have results on my like skin wise. I should probably take a picture because I didn't take a picture 2 weeks ago, but I need to do that because I think it would be helpful. And I don't know if you're going to add this, Melissa, but I think everyone got a sample of the collagen. So
Yeah.
my favorite way is just blending it straight with water. Like if you have a little whisk blender, and recently we found out, like, just shoot it back. I used to like sip on mine like a, afternoon drink, but now now I just put it in a small glass and I'll just shoot it back. And different people find different results, like as far as
What, baby?
some people take it at night and they find better results for sleep, and some people take it like as an afternoon energy boost or in the morning. So you kind of have to figure out what time of day is best for you.
Yes. So a lot of people ask, why is yours not liquid? Because isn't liquid the best? So we hear a lot about liquid collagen and how that's so important. And it's true, your body absorbs liquid collagen the most effectively. But here's the deal. When it's already liquid, when it arrives to your house, then it typically is a little bit denatured and has some fillers to keep it liquid and keep it shelf stable. So here's the deal. Watch. I'm going to make liquid collagen. Are y'all ready? I'm making it. It starts as a powder. It goes into water. You can mix it into other things, but I think it tastes great. And then this has got a little electric mixer. I have made liquid collagen in front of your eyes, y'all. So that's liquid collagen. So you created the liquid. So now you're not paying a company to ship water across the country. And you're right. You want to drink it as quickly as possible. So do I have more slides? Because I'm going to drink my collagen. I do. One more, and then I'll drink. Okay. DIY serum. That's what y'all have in your packets. Here's the recipe. I included the recipe in my kits. If you don't have it, please take a screenshot because this is what's in here. Copaiba essential oil, vanilla, Madagascar vanilla essential oil, blue tansy, geranium, frankincense, and then yarrow palm. Let me just go through those essential oils real briefly so you understand the reason that those are included in here. But generally, all of these oils are helping to deal with inflammation, specifically if you've got inflamed skin from psoriasis or eczema, things like that. It also, they're most well known for evening out skin tone, producing collagen. Did you know that yarrow essential oil and the pomegranate seed oil that it's in the base of is known for producing collagen in the body? Amazing. All of these oils, but specifically vanilla and yarrow, are amazing antioxidants for the skin. And then, thank you, Danny. And then hydration, specifically geranium, frankincense, they're just amazing for dry skin. So that's the list. Copaiba, frankincense, those are the most anti-inflammatory substances on earth. I love those 2 oils in there, but they're not like the most amazing smelling oils. Copaiba is very neutral. Frankincense is great, but it's very earthy. The vanilla and the geranium definitely sweeten that up to be a more florally kind of like creamy. Do y'all like the smell? Have you taken a little whiff of the bottle? I think it smells awesome. And then blue tansy is what's making that blue. Did you notice your serum is this gorgeous blue tansy and yarrow palm? So you combine all of that. We've combined it in just a little 15 ml bottle with that cute little dropper top. And then you're going to be applying that to your face. Danny's going to show you exactly how to do that. So that's 6 essential oils in a base of carrier oil. Mine had jojoba oil in it. Others might have coconut oil in it. It doesn't really matter. You get to choose your carrier oil when you refill this bottle, but you get to play with what we've put in there for you. Okay, I'm going to toss it over to you, Danny, because you're going to talk a little bit about like how the lineup works with our skincare routine, and I'm going to drink.
Hey guys, can we just say those goodie bags? I'm jealous. Like I should have made one for myself and I didn't. So I still have yet to make the serum for myself. But anyways, I just wanted to touch on a few of the different skincare lines doTERRA offers. If you don't currently have like a skincare lineup that you're enjoying, all of these are really great. And I've used all of these different systems in different seasons. So you'll experience some yarrow in this current skin serum that you have. Melissa kind of touched on the benefits of yarrow, and it also comes in supplement form, which would just be an addition for extra collagen production. It's also great for immune health as well. And it's vegan. So if you are vegan and can't take the advantage, the collagen packet that you received, the yarrow supplement is an awesome replacement. The essential skincare line is more of like what I call more like anti-aging. I typically recommend this for like older skin. Like my mom uses the essential skincare line, but
35, you mean?
yeah, but I've used it before too. So I kind of cycle through all of these. So anyways, and then the Virage skincare line is what I would consider doTERRA's cleanest line if you're concerned on just like a clean plant-based skincare line. The one thing I do love about doTERRA though is that they always try to keep their items and skincare lines low. So if you follow anything on like EWG or the Think Dirty app and you rate your skincare, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Melissa, but I believe all of these are under a 3. And I want to say Virage is a 1. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm right. And so I personally, for me, like I always try to do 3 and below on EWG. So if you're like scanning a product or your current skincare line, I always try to stick with 3 and below. So all of doTERRA skincare lines are safe in my mind or clean enough. And then HG Clear, I have used definitely in seasons of hormonal breakouts, acne, jawline acne. If you have any teenagers or older than teenagers and you're just experiencing like midlife acne, HG Clear is an awesome system to help dry that up. And you don't even have to use the whole system. Sometimes I'll just use the drying lotion and just kind of spot treat. So there's different, I like pick and choose and I kind of use all of them. And when I run out, I, normally buy a different one. But anyway, so those are the skincare systems doTERRA offers. And then a really special, exciting option that's coming, I don't even know the release date, but is this rose mist. And it comes in a glass bottle. The packaging is amazing if you're a package lover. Okay, it comes out in June. So if you're a current customer, this is available to you. If you're not a current customer, you could still purchase this when it comes out. So it's a rose hydrosol mist, which you can't really get like a pure rose hydrosol without like worrying about mold or other sorts of growths inside of it. But the way doTERRA has figured out how to distill rose and also make it a hydrosol without the additive growth of mold and things that you don't want. They figured it out. So it's stable in this and it's amazing. It's just a spritz. You could use it as like a toner. And the cool thing about hydrosols or toners is that it acts as a, if you want to think about when you're applying your toners or hydrosols and then you're applying serums, it almost acts like a, what's the word I'm looking for? It helps your serums and moisturizers. Yeah. Pull deeper into the skin. So it's just like a great base before you do serums to pull everything deeper into the skin. And then it comes with this Moringa Rose Nourishing Oil, which I've been using if you've ever heard of like the oil cleansing method to take off your makeup and stuff. I've been using this to take my makeup off. I'll spray the rose mist again and then use this as my moisturizer. And it has been, it's so, so good. If you are into like high-end skincare, you would really love both of these things. And I'll be using them tonight.
$49 though. Did you know that? It's just $49 for the two of them.
It's so affordable. And it like really, guys, like this is glass packaging too, even though it's white and then this is glass. It's just It's very luxurious. But I would just wanted to touch on a few things that I've been using lately that I haven't used consistently that I'm liking, is this brightening gel that has a bergamot, juniper berry, and Melissa, which Melissa is super great for everything. But this brightens and evens the skin tone.
I'm also
And I
using that.
think, yeah, I've really been loving it, especially like summer coming up and sunspots start to show up. And so I've been loving this. And then my daughter stole my eye serum. She walked away with it. And I've really been liking that. It's just a cream eye serum that goes underneath your eyes. And I've really been enjoying that. The one other thing, I was going to touch on this at the end, but I'll go ahead and say it now. doTERRA just came out with a SPF moisturizer of SPF 28, and I just got it in the mail. So I'm going to use it for the first time tomorrow, and I'm so stinking excited. I'm going to put it on my hand to just show you guys. So if you're looking for a good like daily moisturizer that's SPF, it's non-nano zinc oxide. So we want non-nano, so it's not like seeping into your skin, but like, look, no white, no nothing. Smells great. And then also, if you guys didn't know, like if you're working in front of a computer every day, all day, you still need to be applying sunscreen, and specifically SPF that is blocking you from blue light. So even though you're not thinking, oh, I'm out in the sun and I'm getting wrinkles and stuff from sun exposure, the blue light and sitting in front of screens all day long is actually aging your skin too. And this moisturizer, I forget what this stands for, but it says PA, and then it has 3 little crosses next to it. I forget what it stands for, but other moisturizers with SPF that I've used in the recent past have had the PA with 1+ or 2 pluses. And this has 3 pluses, and I still don't know what it stands for. I should have looked that up, but I just know that it's good, and it says blue light protection. So even if you are not going out in the sun and you're working in front of a screen, you need to have some sort of blue light protection on your skin to help with aging.
So they brought in an esthetician, like, a skin specialist when they released this, told us about it at Leadership down in Orlando. Were you not mind blown when she started talking about blue light? I was like, whoa,
I had no idea
about that. Yeah.
No idea. And you'll see, like, if you look up other clean skincare moisturizers, like on clean websites like Credo Beauty or Thrive Market or anything like that, you'll probably notice the PA++, whatever. But doTERRA got that check of approval for the extra blue light blocking and stuff. Okay. Cool. Let's get into gua sha. I need to take a deep breath. So I first got into gua sha when I was pregnant with my first daughter, which was like 4 years ago now. Because I was noticing the signs of aging. That was like, I hit 30, and like Melissa was saying, I'm glad you got an extra 5 years though, Melissa, because I hit 30 and all of a sudden I have gray hair sprouting everywhere, and I have these wrinkles that I never had before. And I'm like, what is happening? So anyways, I wanted a non-toxic option. And of course I was pregnant, so I wasn't going to go get Botox. And that was never, of course, like Melissa was saying, it's like we kind of consider it in the back of our minds just because peers might be doing it, but it's not what I personally wanted to do, you know? So I just got into it, and I would start, my husband and I like watch a TV show to wind down at night. And I literally would just get my gua sha stone, and we just put watching the TV show, and I just like depuff my whole face for 30 minutes to an hour. And it was just glorious. And my face looked better. And, you know, you get puffy when you're pregnant. And anyways, I just loved it. I fell in love. So I first started off with an Amazon gua sha cheap jade stone, and I have since upgraded myself to this wildling stone, but I just wanted to show you guys the Wildling brand, because I think it's really valuable to follow them on Instagram if you do want to get more into gua sha. They have great tutorials, great information. And after I had my first daughter, Millie, I was looking for something else fun to do, and I became an ambassador for Wildling and taught like trainings and stuff at their different locations where they sold their products. So anyways, I am by no means an expert, but I am an enthusiast, a gua sha enthusiast, and I absolutely love it. And I think that if you do it consistently and find your own groove and rhythm, that you will have really, really great results. So we'll go through gua sha first. So you guys get your gua sha stone, get your serum, and I think that's all we need for now.
Do you want them to start with a toner if they have it?
Yep, I was just going to go through that. So I kind of mentioned this earlier, but if you didn't already know, you always want to start with lightest to heaviest as far as serums, moisturizers, all those things you're applying. So first, you're always going to cleanse your face. Make sure you have a clean face. If you don't already right now, maybe go into the bathroom and wash your face really fast, because we don't want to be gua shaing and pushing in that makeup deeper, especially if you're prone to acne and breakouts. So clean face. And then you're always going to want to start with a hydrosol or a toner, something that's that hypectant. What is the word? I forget the proper word, but basically to help everything, your skin be like a moisturizer, suck everything in. So if you have a little hydrosol or toner, you're more than welcome to do that with me. I'm just going to spray it on my face. I'm actually gonna put my hair up too. And then from there, you'll do a serum. And I always do a serum first before I gua sha. And then after I gua sha, that's when I'll do my heavier moisturizers. So grab your serum. And first, before you apply it to your face, I want us all to just put 1 drop on our arm. And you'll, like Melissa said, it has the blue tansy and yarrow, so it's going to be blue. It will not keep your arm or your face blue. We promise it will go away. You won't be a Smurf. So I just want you to rub it in. And actually, you can do it on the top of your arm or underneath, either way.
Yeah, I would say the backside of your
Yes.
arm is better, because maybe I'm
Hairy.
arms, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
I should have been more specific. Melissa, will you take us like full screen so I can see everyone's face?
how do I do? Oh, for you, how would I do that for you? You
Um,
want me to stop share?
oh yeah, perfect. I just want to see you guys. This is more fun. Okay, great. Okay, so grab your stone. So just a few key things before we actually get started is on social media and wherever you're online, you probably have seen a lot of people push their skin. And when I say that, I mean, people are doing it at a 90-degree angle and pushing their skin up. And some people are just making like short reels and quick videos, and they're just like they're just going so fast and it's a 90-degree angle. I am not saying that they don't have good results, but I'm saying there's a more effective way to do it, right? So the goal with the stone is to get as much surface area of your skin with the stone, in contact with the stone. So the 90-degree angle is really just pushing the skin around. And yes, it might be breaking up some fascia and encouraging more collagen production, but it's not going to give you the good lift that we want. The second thing is that if you guys take your stone right now and kind of just drag it, drop the stone. And my rule of thumb is always to kind of keep my thumb under the stone, so that again, you have enough surface area of the stone that will be touching your skin as you are pulling it along the face. Okay. So drop it. And then if you just gently drag it along your skin, you'll probably already start to notice if you feel a tugging sensation or a slipping sensation. So either way, you might need more serum or less serum. So if you're already feeling like your stone is like slipping out of your hands, rub that serum into your arm a little bit more, and then go back and see if you get a good, you want a slight pull. You don't want to tug. You don't want to slip. You want it to feel like you're gently pulling the skin away and lifting all of the wrinkles. Okay.
So I need like a 3 drops to get that feel.
Yeah. And on your face, it'll take some time to just like figure out what you need. But again, if you ever have too much, just keep rubbing it in. And if you have too little, just add more. So I always start with less, add more as you need. Okay. So that's just the first tip before we move to the face. All right. So now let's apply the serum to the face. I'm going to do this again. It's dried. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of the moringa, the nourishing oil. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. Seriously, if you're into like luxury skincare and fancy products, feels like you're in a spa. It's awesome. Okay, so you should have a nice serumed face, and you're going to get your stone. We're going to start at the neck. Oh, okay. I'm a little squirrely, so just bear with me. Another thing is, if you have had Botox, we don't judge here, but if you have, you don't want to use gua sha over your Botox until you're like 1 to 2 weeks out from getting more Botox, if that's going to be your choice. Okay. Because if you get Botox and start gua shaing, I can't promise that Botox is still going to be where you originally intended it to be. Okay. So it's going to move around places you might not want. So just be aware of that.
So
I'm sure
this was from your original class. You said Botox freezes the muscles and doesn't allow for movement or lymphatic drainage or blood flow or circulation, which I thought was so intriguing when you think about it that way. And gua sha moves everything and allows the collagen to reproduce and allows the lymphatic drainage to do its work. So you're basically the same results without blocking your whole, like everything under your skin from doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll talk about that with frownies too. But I think with the gua sha and frownies, it's like basically, do you want to pay more and get shots in your face more? Like there's still going to be, it's still maintenance. You know what I mean? Anything you do for anti-aging is going to be maintenance and you're going to have to continue to do it. So it's just kind of like, you want to find a consistent routine with this and you're still going to have great results and it's still going to be Botox height results, but it's just how being consistent and how much you want to pay and how often you're going to have to do it because everything is maintenance and you're going to have to continue to do all those things, right? Okay, so we're going to start at the neck and you're going to use whatever kind of U shape you have on your stone. We all kind of have different stones, which is completely fine. So find that U shape or heart shape. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see me, but we're going to start at the base of the neck and you're going to go to the base of your skull. I should have taken my necklace off too, but that's okay. So you're starting here and you're going to pull it into the base of your skull and just kind of give it a little wiggle. Now, the video that you guys are going to be sent, it's pretty quick, but I think we have a little bit more time tonight. So we're going to try to do 5 passes, or if I keep talking, you guys can do more than 5 passes at each point of the face that I'm walking you through, okay? So you're going base of the spine or top of the spine, base of the skull.
What? No, I have to give it a hug.
Okay, putting kids to bed. Okay, after that, you're going to find either a rounded side, or some of you guys might have a concave side, either way. And we're going to take it to the back side of the neck. And you're just going to gently push up again to the base of the skull and give it a little wiggle. That's just stimulating your lymphatic system, getting things moving. Now, I will say on the back side of your neck, your muscles are bigger and can take more pressure. So if you're feeling like your traps or your neck are just really sore, you can go a little bit harder back
as babies. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are more familiar with gua sha, you might know that you can do gua sha on your body. And if you've seen scary pictures where people are like completely bruised on their body, it's because they're going super hard on the body and breaking up fascia. We do not want to do that on the face. You can do it on the neck, but if you're doing it really hard, please be aware that you can cause bruising. So we really want to avoid hard pressure on the face. All right. Okay, next up, we're going to take still that same side. You're going to go from your collarbone and just gently dragging it up to your jawline. You don't have to really wiggle here. Collarbone, you can though wiggle at your collarbone. A lot of lymph nodes live there and you're just stimulating that lymphatic drainage. If you have allergies in Texas, if you're in Texas, they're like so terrible right now. So throughout this, you're going to feel some stuff draining down your throat. It's going to be great. All right, you're going to take that heart shape again or moon shape and gently up the throat. So it's almost like your thumb is just guiding the stone up the throat to the tip of your chin. Not hard pressure, really light pressure here. Should have told you guys to take a before picture. But you'll have to all keep us updated and send whoever invited you pictures after you like do it for a week, and face is going to look so good. All right, so you're still going to take this half moon shape or heart shape, whatever you have. Now, when you start to move onto the face, you're going to use the other hand as an anchor to hold your skin as you do this pulling motion, right? So it's just like an added, you don't have to do this, but I find it just helps stabilize the rest of the skin. And then you're just dragging it along the jawline into the ear and give it a little wiggle, or into the front of the ear. So again, notice if your stone is 90-degree angle and you're doing this, I want you to drop that stone. See, the thumb is almost touching my face. And that way you're getting more of the surface of the stone on the skin for better results.
You look good, Danny. Kelsey looks like she's been doing this for years. Have you gua sha'd before?
Not knowing what I'm doing, but I use it every night.
Awesome. Have you had results?
I I don't know. I have the serum that Melissa gave me.
Okay, sweet.
And
'Cause
I
was
do
just
that.
gonna say, even not knowing what you're doing, you might still have results, but this will hopefully give you even better results.
I do feel like my skin's just been like clearer. So
Okay,
we'll see.
sweet. The other thing I was gonna say, I have like one small little breakout coming up, but if you do have like significant acne or breakouts, you want to just avoid those areas and work around them to encourage the body to move the lymph under that area to drain, if that makes sense, and dry up those acne patches. So you don't necessarily want to gua sha right over those areas if you have a lot. Yeah, Sandy, we're gonna be really draining through these allergies. Okay. This half moon again, and you're going under the cheekbone. Use that anchor point with the finger and draw it to the front of the ear and give it a little wiggle.
Okay, so Danny, in my class, I did this in person a few weeks ago. And we had some older, cute women in their glory years there, like probably in their 50s and 60s. And they were all asking about wrinkles around the lips because that's
Okay.
like, so I've actually been bringing my gua sha in. Is that okay? Like over my lips? Cause I was like,
Yep. And there's been specific like lip plumping techniques you can do. And if you guys follow Wildling on Instagram, they have like all the specific ones. But right now, just for the sake of that, Melissa, if you guys have a combed edge on your stone, I don't think most of you guys do. So if you don't, let's just take like any small edge and these smile lines. I just want you to hold down your lip as an anchor point, and you're going to go the opposite direction of the smile line. So I'm holding down my lip and we're going like this across.
if anyone's husband walks in right now, bless you. You're gonna
And then
yell.
we're smoothing it out. We're smoothing it out underneath the cheekbone.
I will say I
Love
got
our
my
lips.
gua sha. When I told him that it would help his allergies, he was like, "Where's that stone thing?" So
And then
he-
another thing you can do, Melissa, for your lips is if you put your lips together, again, anchor with the hand and just go directly over the lips.
that's what I've been doing. Okay. I
Okay, sweet. With the heart side.
Yeah, that actually is what I've been doing.
Good.
Did you notice how my lips looked so good?
Okay, so next with the heart shape side, we'll do the cheekbone. Find your anchor point and then just pulling it up into the hairline.
So a
And
lot
you
of us have uneven tops, like one's longer than the other. Do you think it matters what direction or like what's on top, what's on bottom?
I don't think it necessarily matters.
Just
Just
whatever.
be gentle, like if the bigger side is up close to your eye, like the thinner skin, just be aware like how much pressure. Okay, now I like to take whatever kind of small side you have, or for those of you that had the bigger heart side, and go right underneath the eye. Remember, this is a really light touch. So find that anchor point and you're going right underneath the eye and then all the way into the hairline. So it may look like when you watch videos of people, it may look like the pressure is hard because you see their wrinkles and their skin moving, but the pressure should really be light. It's just that our skin is moving with the stone. So sometimes that's deceiving
Just
on.
quick, you would just do less passes.
Yes, So I always say, like, you guys, this should be fun, like make it work for your skincare routine. Don't feel like you have to have an hour every night to do this. A lot of moms that I teach, I just say like keep it in your middle console or whatever in your car and like do it at school pickup, like make it work
Do it
for
while your kids are in the bathtub. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, that's great. Or like I said, I normally do it when we're watching TV at night. Okay, next up, let's hit the crow's feet. So the same thing, wherever your wrinkles are, you're doing opposite, like zhuzhing of the stone in the opposite direction of your wrinkle, and then you're smoothing it out. So you can do this anywhere, on the face, wherever your areas of concern are, and then you're just smoothing it out. And then next we'll go to the eyebrow. Find that heart shape again. If you deal with like headaches or sinus pressure or anything like that, this is a really good spot right here. And you can just use the point and just kind of gently, not hard, massage that out a little bit. And then you're guiding it over the eyebrow into the hairline.
So my eyelids have been puffy lately. Like, so
maybe spend more time, like, again, if there's like a problem or not a problem, an area you're more concerned about, like do more passes on that part and do less on the other parts if you don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
Okay, next we'll hit the forehead wrinkles first, and then we'll smooth everything out. So you're just zhuzhing in the opposite direction of your wrinkles. And there's like not so many things I could teach you tonight, but just for the sake of time, I won't go into all the stuff, but we'll do a little bit of drainage for sinuses and stuff just at the end. All of these things are, fairly simple. And either way, going up or out, you can do both. It's really whatever your preference is.
Washing after frownies is so satisfying. Do you not feel
Oh,
that?
after?
Yes. Well,
Oh,
before I do it before and after, but
yeah. I was gonna say before, because I feel like after I take my frownies off, I don't want to move. Like I don't want my face to move. Okay, so let's go back to the neck, and we're gonna do everything we just did on the other side, starting at the base of the neck again. Okay, so base of the neck, dragging it up into the bottom of the skull and giving it just a little shake. Some of the drainage stuff, like around the ears, we'll do at the end. Is actually you could do like on your kids if they're having bad sinus issues, or if they have an earache and they'll let you touch their ears. It is beneficial to try to help that drain. I know my little girl does not want me to touch her ears when she has an earache, but okay, so then the half moon side, you're going back in the neck still, but just to the side of the spine. And if you're interested in the body wash off, follow Wildling. They have great tutorials. And you don't have to necessarily have a bigger stone to do the body gua sha. You can use the stone you have. And then we're going to go to the front of the neck, nice and gentle, up to the jaw. You can give a little wiggle at the collarbone if you want, and then guide it up. Which I don't know if any of you guys dry brush, but I'm like, my mind is a little bit blown on dry brushing now, because I used to always start at the feet and work my way up the heart, like to the up the body towards the heart. And now I'm learning you need to like activate collarbones, underarms, groin, and then sweep everything up to those lymphatic drainage points. Have you heard that, Melissa? Oh, crazy. Okay, so now throat, gentle.
But I will tell you, when I started gua shaing, it was almost like rough going over my eyebrow, because those 11s had like formed like such tight fascia under there and it's like so much different now. So I know things are moving. Yeah.
Heart shape to the jawline. Find your anchor point, drop that stone so you get good surface area.
I'm typically dry brushing my butt, so that's where I spend all my time.
You can still sweep it to the groin.
All right.
Activate the groin first and then dry brush the butt.
These people had no idea what they were getting into doing in class with us.
Okay, we'll anchor the lips and do underneath the cheekbone. Chisel that out.
Every time you say chisel, I'm in.
Y'all are all looking good. And then we'll take the heart again and do cheekbone. Oh, we missed the lips on this side. If you want to hit the lips, you can. And like some people might just want to plump their lips before they go out or something, or apply lipstick in the morning or the night. Like, so just do the lips, or just do the puffy eyes, or whatever it is you need. Okay, light touch underneath the eye, taking whatever small side of your stone or the big side of the heart edge. Let's do crow's feet and then we'll do the eyebrow. So you're kind of just swishing it back and forth, swish, lift, swish, lift, swish, lift. And then you're smoothing it out.
So is that the same thing? Like if I've got the 11s here, like I'm going at them this way.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I've been doing.
Okay, eyebrow, if you haven't hit that yet. And I think I already said this, but like, depending on how much time you have, just do 1 to 2 passes in each spot. Or if you're just sitting watching TV, do 10 passes each spot. And then you can go back and go over areas of concern and spend more time there.
So I was going up one side and then straight down the other, but we did up and then up. Is that, am I
I would
doing?
do that. I would do that more for lifting. Maybe if you were focusing more on draining, that would be okay.
Okay,
Because so think anything like draining, or if you're doing it solely for like lymphatic or like allergies, getting things moving, you could work like just at the back of the neck, sides of the neck, and then drain down from the ears into your lymph nodes here in your collarbone and just like work on down. But if you're working on anti-aging, lifting, everything is being lifted up. Just think that
Andy,
way.
I would drop your stone a little bit more. It seems like, at least from where I'm, it looks like you're going up like that, like more against the skin like that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's good. Wait, Sandy, are you on 2 cameras? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
like got
Wait, I
freaked out
just
for a
got that.
second.
I'm looking at the
That's
horizontal.
hilarious. Okay, so let's just drain for anyone that's dealing with allergies. And this is also great for your kids. You don't even necessarily have to use the gua sha stone. You could just use your 2 fingers. So 2 fingers, you just do a V to the front and the back of your ear, or your stone, that heart shape. And you're just gonna go right underneath the earlobe. And you can do more than 3 little, I don't know what else to call this, pools or zhuzhes down. You can do more than 3, but you could just do 1, 2, 3. And then if you turn your neck and you have that muscle there, you could just guide it all the way down the muscle into the collarbone and dump it. So 1, 2, 3, guiding it down the neck, dumping it into the collarbone. So a little shake. And one more time, and then we'll go over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, guide it down, little shake. Sinuses going a little bit more pressure than the light under eye right here specifically would be great for draining your sinuses too. Okay, so if you're feeling stuff start to clear in your throat, and then just the final kind of lift that I do, which I don't think I included in the video, but you can just do from collarbone, and you're just guiding up your neck, along your jawline, and then most of the stone is on the surface of your skin and all the way up. And we can do the other side. This is not a necessity, but just fun. Okay, do y'all feel so relaxed now? We're gonna go on to frownies, so we'll just keep it moving. So Melissa, like basically introduced me to frownies. I've seen it on social media and other people using them before, but from Melissa's results, I was like, okay, I got to get some of these. And then of course we were gifting them to you guys in the goodie bags. So I was like, okay, I really need to start using them. You guys, they're awesome. And you need to follow Frownies if you want like more information. She has great reels, great videos, great informative stuff, but I'll try my best to give you a rundown of it. So the same thing we were talking about Botox earlier, of basically it's just like weighing your options, yes, health-wise, but also maintenance-wise of like, you're going to be paying for Frownies or Botox, and you're going to be doing something consistently, right? Like you're going to have to get Botox.
And it's not giving you any other choice. You're either doing frownies or you're doing Botox, people.
I mean, it's not gonna last forever. So you're gonna have to get it redone, you know, and it costs way more than Frownies does, let me just tell you. But Frownies come in this little cute box, and it is unbleached. What does it say here? It's unbleached natural craft paper, and it has a vegetable-based water-activated adhesive. So whenever I first heard about Frownies, I thought there was some kind of like anti-aging crazy serum on the Frownie patch, and I thought that's what was helping with the wrinkles. But what it's actually doing is acting as a cast on your wrinkles to retrain those muscles to basically not be working 24/7. Which is exactly what Botox does. You're being, injected to freeze those muscles so that they are not working, which then lets you not have the wrinkles, right? So that's exactly what Frownies are doing. It's acting as a cast to, it's an adhesive, it's going onto your skin, it's drying, and it's a tight cast that's not allowing your facial muscles to be moving while you're sleeping or whenever you're applying them, so that over time it's retraining the muscles to not be moving so much, wherever that might be, 11 lines, forehead, crow's feet, whatever it is. And these have been around since like 18 something, and that sounds not
30
real, but it's real. Yeah,
Yeah.
130 years. This
Yeah.
lady's great grandmother like came up with this because she just, anyways, it's so cool. It's so cool. So you guys should have at least
7
one
or 8.
set.
Did you include like 7 or 8 of them?
I included, I think my people got 4 and 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Depending, what I've noticed is depending on the shape of your forehead, the size of your forehead, like y'all are going to use different amounts. So we can kind of give you an idea of how we're placing them, but it took me a couple of weeks to find my favorite setup, but you want to
Yeah.
separate them all. So they
Yeah,
should
go ahead and separate them.
tear off into little individuals. If you fold them both ways, they tear off super easy. And then I even tear off the little corner there.
Melissa, can you stop sharing the screen again, just so we can all see each other? I don't know why we have that slide, but the other thing I was going to mention, what was I going to mention? Oh, I was watching just some reels earlier, and these little tips are just helpful for me. So you might think, oh man, I want to keep that whole patch together so I can just put it over my entire forehead. But actually the way she explained it is like, think of paper mache. With paper mache, you have to take strips of paper and you put it around the balloon, right? So think about our forehead. Our forehead is not flat. Everyone has a different shaped forehead. And so these are basically acting as, it helps you design the way to flatten out your forehead. And so it's evenly applying the sphere of the forehead. So think about it as paper mache. Another thing to note is I originally was doing it like this with spacing, but spacing is going to allow me to go like this at night, right? So another tip is that you want to overlap. And when we start applying, you'll find different designs based on where your problem areas are. The next thing I'm going to say before we get all these wet and adhesive-y is if you have, like, for example, 11s, which Melissa is working on, the lady that runs this company, suggests that you space your wrinkles out, and then I would apply the frowny. So for me, it's more of my forehead. So I would just kind of space this out or pull it at my hairline and then apply the frowny. And you want to make sure it gets on nice and tight. Oh, I had another tip.
Am I the cutest thing you've ever looked at? I mean,
Yeah, so look at Melissa. So if you have those 11s, pull, the wrinkle apart. Oh, because like, for example, if you have deep 11 lines or deep forehead lines, and I applied my frowny when my wrinkles are there.
yeah, no,
you don't
do that.
That's not helping my wrinkles, right? That's like just keeping the depth of the wrinkle. We want to flatten it out and then paste the frownies. Okay, so the way you get these adhesive to go, this is just the craft paper side, and then you have the shiny side. Like Melissa was saying, if you have water or the rose hydrosol, I've been doing it with this. Yeah, amazing. So you just,
What Brownies recommends is that you're using their like rose toner or whatever. And I'm like, meh, water honestly works just as good. Like, so you don't have to buy their rose anything.
yeah.
But
So you can either fully dip the frowny in water, or like I'm just putting my finger, and you're basically going to get the adhesive to get wet and get a little tacky. So you can even lay it down. You guys can get a few pieces wet and lay them down for a second and just let the adhesive
I just activate it with my thumb, just like rub my thumb along the whole thing there. So I'm not gonna lie, I wore these one time and was like, whatever that was a year ago, and said, I'm never gonna wear these again, because they felt so crazy. Like, I'm gonna sleep with these things on, not a chance. And I didn't sleep very good, and I think I probably pulled them off at some point. So then, of course, I didn't see results. Now I've seen such amazing results between the gua sha, the serum, and this, that I like cannot wait to wash my face at night and put these things on.
Yeah.
I've just kind of become obsessed. Like, my face almost feels like it's naked without patches. So that's cool.
So make sure you guys overlap, because you don't want anything to be moving. And actually, she recommends, like, depending on how many triangles you guys have, you can, if you have like a specific area of concern, you can actually like keep layering over like paper mache. It will all dry, and that will be even harder for you to move those wrinkles at night when you're sleeping. So like Melissa's cute design, I'm gonna go over here with mine.
So a friend of mine, she takes these and flips them upside down. So like these points come farther down, but she feels like she has to deal with some wrinkles over here, and I don't. And when I roll to my side, I don't want to feel those patches at night. So if you roll to your side, I think you might like my pattern a little bit better.
And it is recommended that if you're like really trying to work on full forehead wrinkles, that you go hairline to hairline, hairline to eyebrows. But like Melissa pretty much achieved that. I don't think I'll be able to get that with mine, but again, you can find your own design. And to answer the question,
Is it Ryan? Is that your name? St. Clair? You look so good. Are you?
oh yeah,
Not a
Ryan,
first.
have you? She's my cousin. Have you used Frownies before? Or this is your first time.
No, this is my first time using
Oh,
them.
you and your mom are gonna be hooked.
It.
Oh boy.
Okay, so she also said just like push them down. Look, I got this little triangle bit, but push them down fully, make sure they're drying. You don't want any bits coming up. I was gonna say something else.
Rachel, that looks good. She's got like a little pattern going on there. It's like Tetris or something.
Nice. Oh, to answer the question, do you use Frownies every night? So they recommend that you use it consistently every night for 30 days and then maintenance after that. I'm not sure what maintenance means. I would assume like
She says when you get to the end of the day and you're like, you can really see your expression lines, then you'd want to put them back on. But I've noticed like, so I ran out of Frownies because I sent my whole freaking box to you guys. Like I'll split up. So I didn't have Brownies for like 5 days. And the first 2 or 3, I felt like we're probably okay. And then by Saturday, I was like so ready to put my Frownies back on. But I have only been consistent now for about 6 weeks. And I felt like I had some pretty deep lines to take care of. I've met people my age and their expression lines are just totally different. Like I'm like, squint at me and they don't even have 11s. Like they're like Michelle, who's on here. I'm like, how is this possible? How did God give you lines or no lines on your forehead? So it'll just be so different for everyone. I think if you're starting really young, you're going to feel, I mean, I think you guys might notice a difference when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Between the gua sha, the serum. So please tell me if you do. But it took me about 2 weeks of Frownies before I took that picture, that second picture, because I was like, okay, something's changing. Okay. We have a little bit more to finish up. So finish. I'm just going to see what else is on here.
So this one box contains 8 to 16 weeks supply of patches, depending on how many you actually have to use, like for your wrinkles and your forehead. So it's a great deal. I can't remember how much one box is, but like one box will last you a significant period to get started. Melissa, do you want to talk about how to take them off real quick?
Sure. So it depends on, so because I'm applying my serum before I put on like a little bit of the serum before I put them on, I find that my skin is pretty moisturized in the morning. Like it's not, I don't have a very dry skin anyway. So I just peel mine off. I mean, it's tight, but I don't feel like I'm like waxing my face or anything. Now, some people who have really dry skin or who aren't using my DIY serum beforehand, they feel like they need water. And Frownies does recommend that you just wet your face. So you could do that with a wet washcloth, get it a little bit more wet, and then it'll come off even more gentle. So you have to kind of decide what fits best for you. But I actually wear them as long as I possibly can. My goal every day is to wear them for 12 hours. So I'm normally getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Can probably get my Frownies on a couple hours before I go to bed because I typically I don't know, don't have a whole lot going on in my life. I've got toddlers, so we go to bed by 8 o'clock every day. And then in the morning, I'm taking kids to school and I just put my hat on. My kids are so like, what is happening here? But so I just wear a hat. No, I've been wearing sunglasses. Like I even pick up a carpool girl. They have no idea, y'all. Drop my kids off, come home, do all my things. I normally don't work till 10. And so, yeah, it's like 10 to 10. My Frownies are on and then I peel them. So Danny has a little referral code. Now, Frownies is not doTERRA. We're just giving you like another company that we have been pretty impressed with because I think it just works in tandem with what we're doing. Like the gua sha before the Frownies. You said wrinkles, Danny, if you remember this quote, are just stuck fascia. So that's
I
what the
said that.
yes, and I wrote it down. It was amazing. That's so true. Wrinkles are just stuck fascia. So that's what we're dealing with. We're getting that gua sha to help break up that fascia. Should we call it fascia or fascia? I keep hearing it both ways. I'm going to call it fascia.
I say
Break up
fascia.
that fascia, and then we're holding that in place. The serum is all about collagen production, skin tone, evenness, and then the texture. Like some of y'all that have been using my serum already, tell me, tell them all, tell the people what's happening.
It is so soft, and it
Yeah.
just it feels so good. And I have super, super dry skin, so I love it.
I love that. So one of the mamas that couldn't be on tonight because her kids are throwing up, send her all your love. I sent her this as a little gift for making a purchase on my doTERRA team. Anyways, just kind of a surprise out of the blue. And she was so hesitant to try it, but she's like, I'm going to, just because I know it's just this tiny little bit. But she said, everything I use on my skin, no matter if it's cleanest products, like I rash or I break out or whatever. And she's like, so she didn't even know she should buy the sample pack for me, because she's like, I think by the time I get done with what I gave you or what you sent me, I won't love it anymore. And she just messaged me tonight and she goes, I don't know what's happening. I'm honestly shocked, but that serum is still working for me. It's like the first thing that's ever worked. And I'm like, what the heck? So she's like, I really wanted to be on tonight, which is a bummer that her kids are not feeling well. But anyway, all that to say, I think you guys will continue to love it. So I don't know why Canva is doing this to me, but it keeps giving me this gray screen every time. But I wanted to show you this last couple slides before we let you go here. I don't even remember what they were, but I know there's more slides. So give me just a second here. Okay, so there's frownies. There's my cute selfie. Y'all need to take a cute frowny selfie and post it or send it. We want to see it. I mostly want to know what your husband says or your partner, spouse, when you walk into their room tonight. Josiah was like, so this is how it's going to be now at night. This is it. I was like, I'm doing this for you, love. I'm doing this for you. Okay. Here's the last thing. Some of you are already doTERRA customers of ours, and we love you so much. You're what makes our job the funnest in the world, for sure. And so I just want to remind you, if you are going to be ordering any of the skincare or ordering any of the essential oils, we always recommend doing that on the rewards program, because you're going to get points back, especially when you've got bigger, more expensive essential oils. Like, dang it, you got to get all the perks for ordering those. So loyalty rewards program for that. And if you have to like pare down your budget a little bit, just start with a Yarrow Palm, because you could just use the Yarrow Palm serum with the gua sha, and that would be the easiest way to start. Here's a little tip right now. doTERRA has a 15 ml of the of the Yarrow Palm. Normally it only comes in 30 ml. They have both options right now, 15 ml and 30. It's under limited time offers, I want to say, is the 15 ml. Now, technically the 30 ml is a better deal by like $5 or $6, but obviously the 15 ml is a little bit easier to budget. So that's my little tip. Start with just the Yarrow Palm if you have to. Otherwise, like, I think it's all awesome. Some of you already have frankincense and copaiba, because we use those oils for so many other things. That's what someone had asked me. Like, if I get all these oils for the serum, like, do I just use them for the serum, or do they have other benefits? It's like, oh my gosh, tons and tons of other benefits that we can teach you to use. So if you have to start small, start Yarrow Palm, but make sure it's on your loyalty rewards. And then this is what you cash in your points for, people. This is why we are on the rewards program. Cash them in for those expensive oils so that you're not paying for those. If you're a brand new customer, meaning you've never ordered from doTERRA from myself or Danny, whoever invited you, then all we want you to do is just consider what oils or products could benefit you, play around with these samples for a while, and then be in touch. If you want to make a purchase, then getting a link through us will give you 25% off, which is our pricing. So you get to pay the exact same price that we do for the oils, but you're not required to order again or ever if you want. Of course, you can do the rewards program like some of our customers do, but you're not required to do that. And there's always promotional gifts. This month are pretty awesome because you can get free shipping and our welcome gift for ordering 100 PV. If you upgrade a little bit more, then you're going to get a free diffuser and a 200 PV order, which if you order the serum, you're going to be at like the serum oils, you'll be at that level. And then you're going to get copaiba oil, which is in the serum for free, as well as copaiba soft gels, which we use for sleep and digestion, anxiety, stress, all the things. So anyway, just wanted you to have a screenshot of that if you wanted to take that so you know at what tiers you would get different promos there. But yeah,
Skip a slide. We're still on the frowny slide. I'm not sure why.
I was looking at a different one. So what are you looking at now?
Frownies.
That's still frownies?
Yeah.
That can't be true. What's that slide?
Frownies. Are y'all showing frownies? Yeah.
How is
Man,
that
we're selling the
possible?
frownies. They better give us.
Hold on.
We need to be their new sales reps.
You know, we're not like making any cash off of frownies. We're just like the product. What the heck? Well, you can't even see all the freebies that I was talking about. Well, it was a really cute slide. I worked really hard on it. So, okay, what do you see now?
First slide.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
Yep.
Guasha, frownies,
No, it's frozen
Russia.
for us again.
frownies.
We're still on the first slide.
Stop it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Like I'm mind blown. Okay, well, I'll have to just text y'all a picture of that because I can't do anything about it. Okay, well, there's fun, cool things for everybody. So I'm just gonna show you here. Like, is it because I'm screen sharing? Like, I don't understand. Can you see that?
Perfect. That's great.
Oh my word. What if I just start there and present? Nope, that's what's doing it.
We got it. We can see the right slide.
Oh, it's done. I taught you how to gua sha, or we taught you how to gua sha and serum. We are not teaching you how to run Canva. So that's all we've got for you. That's it. So your job is to go have fun with all this. Sleep in your frownies, keep them on as long as you can. And then of course, take them off. Please take before and after pics if you're going to commit to gua sha or the serum, because I would have never known that my skin was changing to the extent that it was changing if I wouldn't have had that original picture. So I can't encourage you enough. Take it before, even if you don't look as old as me or I did, because it was so fun and kind of humbling and a little scary. And I don't know, a lot of emotions when I snapped those two up next to each other, but ultimately exciting to think about the fact that I was using nature to produce kind of Botox-like results in my life. So how's that for a wraparound for the end of the class? Yay, you guys are so fun. It was like so fun to see your faces here and y'all look so cute. Like seriously, Ryan's teaching the next Frownies class because hers are killer. I can mostly just see hers the best, but actually Heidi has really good laps, like layover too. Anyway, y'all look so good. And we'll all talk to you soon. Anything else, Danny?
Thanks for joining, you guys. We need to have more like night hangouts like this and then go to bed. So if y'all have any other topics you want us to discuss, just let us know and we'll hang out again and send you some fun goodies.
Yes, love it. Okay, we'll talk soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.